Well, hi, my loves. How are you all? I hope you're having a wonderful weekend, and I hope you're having a safe and a fun filled weekend as well. Well, let me say, I really miss chatting with you all. I can't read your comments. My eyes feel like they're burning out of my head, and it really bothers me that I can't communicate with you all. But I want you to know that I love you. I love you. I adore you. And I miss chatting with you all. To all of our newcomers, our new sweet peas and peas in a pod, which we have some, and I thank you for coming here and being a part of our family. We welcome you. Thank you. Over here, you are truly loved. We love you, we adore you, and we are so glad that you tried us out and decided to stay and become a part of our family, a part of our pod. You don't know how much that means to us. It means more to us than you would ever know. Well, guys, I thought I would go a little different route for you all today. Please support this video. Please like, share, subscribe. Please. I'm not going to do any commentary on this video. You'll see in the video that I did make comments on the video. A couple, one, two, three, probably around three, of something that bothered me. And I just want to let this video play out. This is a video of, I think is your favorite villain is her name, and Jess, Lisa's sister, and Fighting for Life, Kim's sister. And then they have another guest speaker in there that I'm not familiar. I forgot what her name was, but she will address herself. But please forgive me for no commentary, but I wanted to let this video play itself out. It's kind of a long video, but it was a live. I caught it live for you all, and I just want you to enjoy it without interruptions. And I promise you, I will get you a Lisa video tonight. That's my word, and it will have commentary. So don't think that I've forgotten you or I'm slacking off on you. I'm not. I just want you to enjoy this and have your own thoughts of this. I thought it was I thought it was good because the sisters came out and they spoke. And as a sister of an addict myself, it's really important that people know that we pray, we love, we care for our sisters, our brothers that are addicts or in addiction, but it's nothing that we can actually do to change the situation. It's not. The only thing we can do is try. And believe me, I have tried over and over and over and over again, and I mean that literally speaking, to get my brother the help that he needs. But my brother has to want it for himself. And without him wanting it for himself, I can send him to rehabs as I have done over and over again. And until he's ready, it's never going to work. So I thought this was an important area that we could go into and get insight into the thoughts of their sisters. Thank you for your continuous prayers. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your love. I love and I am praying for each and every one of you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You are loved over here. You are cared for. And you are prayed for, most of all. No matter what your situation is. If I don't see the comments because of my eyesight right now, which I can see, it just hurts me to try to read things, to try to look at things for a long period of time. So until I get to the eye doctor and until I get to my family doctor, I'm trying to rest my eyes so I won't bring back on another migraine. So thank you for your understanding. Thank you for your support. And most of all, thank you for your prayers. I love you all. And I hope you all have a wonderful and a blessed night and the rest of your weekend. I love you.
And that is the person that I'm like, red lights, screaming, waving my arms, keep your money, keep your money. And I think for some people, it's a train wreck. For some people, it is literally trying to prevent people from being taken advantage of. Right. But where's the line? You know what I mean?
Well, right. So that's all I wanted to say. Check in with her. What are we?
Oh, let me make this clear right now before I start. I do not own the rights to this video. This is for awareness and educational purposes only. I do not own the rights. I am using the fair use. Thank you.
Checking in for. She's just yelling her payment apps over and over again. Nothing changes. There is no content. Right. It's just if you're not looking for what the Cash App is today, and you're not sending her money, then you don't need to know what it is.
I agree with you, except for the people who do show up and don't know the story. Like when I first saw her, my heart was bleeding. I just so happened to be broke that day, and so I couldn't help. But the first time I saw her, if I had the money, I absolutely would have helped her. The idea of someone being hungry as a mom, my son could call me right now, and if he's crying saying he's hungry, I will go borrow money to make sure that he's fed. So as a mom, I think I automatically have that feeling, and especially when she had Jace. But when Jay started to say stuff like, get off the internet, get off TikTok, and I remember I think the turning point for me was when he was going to camp. She said she needed stuff for the camp, and Jess, you went and got her all the stuff, and you posted a video, and it's like, this is all of the stuff he needs. And then she literally came back either that day or the next day saying she needed stuff for him. That was my turning point.
Right, but also I feel like, and I'm very agitated, so please do not take my tone as directed towards you. It's genuinely not. It's just I have a hard time coming down once I get to a certain point, so please don't think I'm being rude to you in any way. Anybody who can look at her and think that she is a well person is out of their mind. There's no way that you can look at her and think that she needs that much money sent to her every day. Nobody needs $30 every 3 hours. Nobody.
Correct. But you know what? She was healthier back then. And I said to myself, I was like, I think she was trying to hold herself together better when Jace was there.
For sure, but we're talking about
health has severely declined. I agree. But you want to know what else is happening, though? Some people look at her in her current condition, and if you have no experience with an addict, you literally don't know. They look at her and they think she's thin like that because she's hungry. You understand what I'm saying? So some of it is literal ignorance. And I don't mean like they're stupid. I mean, they have no clue. My first interaction with with an addict was a boyfriend I had. I had no idea. And he was taking my car and giving it to rug dealers as a rental to give him rugs. And I still didn't know. It wasn't until later on when I forgot what happened, but I figured it out and I was like, oh my God, everything then started to make sense. So I had been a very sheltered person. I had no idea. I had never been around an addict before. So I think some of it is you look at her and she's crying and she's thin and she's gaunt and her skin doesn't have a lot of color. And you think, what can I do? And so listen, whatever you want people to do is what I think people should do, because you actually have a vested interest in what happens to her. And then I also think you need to say what you want to say, and everybody else could kick rocks. I wouldn't care about what anybody else had to say about me. I'm gonna do me. You're grown. You have children of your own. You are not responsible for her, and you're not responsible for anybody else's feelings and choices. Just your own.
All I'm saying is if people look at her and think that she's skinny like that because she needs food, and they want to send her money before simply typing in or researching who she is, there has to be some responsibility on the individual people. It's not the awareness group's responsibility to warn anybody about anybody. It's nobody's responsibility but their own. And they're going to send their money if they want to. It's their money. And I agree. The people who are sending her the money and know where it's going and would say things to me like, oh, I would rather send it to her than her go out on the street corner, whatever. Okay, you know where your money's going. You're an adult. You do what you want. I don't care. I agree. I came on this app to try and stop people from being scammed out of their money. The problem is she mutes and blocks and filters in her chats. These comments are not getting through, but it's still pushing her out onto the For You page. So where everybody thinks they're helping, don't send money, she's on rugs, she's on this, she's doing this. It's not helping the situation, it's hurting.
Got Lisa in the chat. Can a mod pin the account? Yeah, I know, Crimson.
The Lisa Richards, please help. I don't know if that's her. It's a newer account. I don't know if it's her.
I see it, but I think
Not the one she was just on. I can tell you that.
Well, I'm going to drop down so someone else can. Thank you again for letting me come up. And just for people who are wondering, because I always say this, my name, I'm trying to bring awareness, but I kind of do it. Sometimes I ask questions to make it obvious to other people that it's a scam. Sometimes I just say, before you give your money, look the person up. And that's all I say. I usually get blocked for saying that, but sorry about that. That was my other phone. But I just want to say this. My name is Digital Deceiver Shadow. Other people call them scammer. I call them digital deceivers because they're using the internet to get over on people that they wouldn't be able to otherwise. And I call myself their shadow because I want to stay on their neck. I want to be behind them everywhere they go to try to reduce this, because TikTok has gone from being fun to being a grift. And I personally am tired of it. So that's so anyway, but my name is Lala for everybody else. Thank you very much for letting me come up. And just like I said, tell other people to kick rocks.
Yeah, I agree. I do, Jess. I think that I was actually astounded, right? That people, that you've been loud about it, right? Stop giving home money. And I cannot imagine somebody's family telling me, don't do this, and me doing it anyway, right? Like, if the family who's known her entire life is telling you, please don't do this, and you're doing it, that's crazy to me. But then you want to have an opinion on the things that Jess does. It's crazy to me.
And you can have a difference of opinion. You can tell me that I'm doing it wrong. I'm fine with having a difference of opinion. I've actually learned a lot about addiction through all of this. I've connected with a lot of creators that have been in addiction themselves, or they're medical professionals that treat substance use disorder. And I went from tough love to, harm reduction to, where I'm at now. I understand there's room to grow, and there's a lot of things I don't know. I do not sit here and act like I know everything. I don't.
At all.
Point is, you do not need to be hateful. You do not need to message me that I should unalive myself because my sister still has a cell phone. That's insane.
And for everybody that's just coming in, this is Jess, is obviously Lisa's sister. Fight for Life is Kim's sister. I don't know. Is Kim also in active addiction? Or is she clean?
Yeah. No, she is obviously in active addiction. That's why she is helping Lisa, because she needs money as well. I have kept quiet about this. I'm fighting stage 4 cancer. A video came out a couple days ago that included my entire family, and showed pictures of like me and Kim. It showed Kim's page. It showed me and Kim together. It showed my mom's page. It put a target on Lisa's head, and it had a message for Kim. And at the very last line, it said, "How is Dom?" And then it said something else, and then it said "Game over." And that's when I spoke, because it put eyes on my mom and it put eyes on her son. And at that point, I said that was it. That was it. I'm going live. I'm done. I've sat quietly. I've messaged, Kim is Lisa's mod. Kim Rhea, Lisa's mod. The one that helps her get the money, the one that makes the cash apps, the one that does all the stuff that she's supposed to be doing. And what she's doing is wrong. Spoken with Jess a little bit, and I've apologized to Jess, because as much as she says it's not my fault, I feel bad, because if my sister wasn't doing as much as she is, Lisa wouldn't be as bad as she is. Even though they both have problems, it wouldn't be as bad as what it is. On Tuesday at 8 p.m., I'm going live on my page, and I'm going to explain everything that has happened since the day I found out that this started, when Fraud and Itty brought it to light, because we had no idea any of this was even going on.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Guys, stop saying that's Lisa in the chat. It's not Lisa. It's another account.
And
Yeah,
even
it's not
if it
Lisa.
was Lisa, I don't want anybody attacking her in these comments. We're not doing that. Sorry.
I think that's okay. I think Kim, I don't know how Kim and Lisa know each other. I'm assuming Kim was scrolling through live one day and noticed that Lisa was on and asking for money, and said, "Hey, I have ways to help you. I can help you get this." That's my guess. And Kim's a scammer. She knows what she's doing. She's an addict, and she's been one for a very long time. Kim has denied being my sister. Huh?
I'm sorry that you have to deal with this. It's like you have your own things to deal with, you know?
Yeah, well, I guess she's been, since I had come out and said something, she has said that I'm not her sister, and she doesn't know me.
Oh, been there.
Yeah.
Why do they always do that?
I don't know, but I have some pretty vulgar things and some proof that I can show to prove that. But I will address every question that anybody has after I tell my story on Tuesday, because it's not fair to. I see Jess posts, and I see her comments that she posts, and I love her attitude about it. She can make me laugh. Like, I mean, I no offense, Jess, but like the way she addresses some of these comments,
The snarkiness, I'm with it too, to be honest.
is hilarious. And she has such a strong attitude, and she does not deserve the amount of hate that she is getting. I don't deserve that. I'm not getting any hate
At all.
I haven't.
Like somebody, I don't know why somebody would post to a family or even her kid. Like, why would anybody do that? It's Kim that is here, y'all. Not her family, not her child. That's wrong. That is wrong.
And it was a warning. That video was a warning. It was a warning for Kim to stop helping Lisa. And it was a warning because if you watch, well, they actually took the video down because they're playing cat and mouse. So they post it, they take it down, they post it, take it down. I think they tagged my entire family in it, from California to Connecticut, from Florida up to Canada. And it's just, disturbing. And at that point, I said, "That's it. It's time. I'm not holding back anymore." And a lot of people have questions. A lot of people have been very supportive. A lot of people have respected the fact that I have cancer, and they're praying for me, and I appreciate it. And I haven't received any nasty comments. Some questions about Kim, and a lot of people have questions, and I can understand why you have questions. Right. But Jess is also the sister of an addict, and Jess is getting the complete opposite reactions that I'm getting, and it's not okay. She doesn't deserve it. She sets boundaries. I love my sister. I absolutely love Kim, but Kim is gone. There is no Kim anymore. Kim is a shell. My sister is gone. The Kim that is on now is an addict. That is not my sister. The Lisa that Jess is seeing now is not the Lisa Jess knows. That's not, Jess wants Lisa back. I want Kim back, but we're not going to get our sisters back.
Can't, compromise yourself waiting for that. Right?
Right.
You guys are not them. You guys are not responsible, should be held accountable. You're not doing the things that they're doing. You're not involved in the things that they're doing, right? So I don't understand. Well, I don't understand, but I've seen some pretty nasty comments towards Jess specifically. But it isn't. It's not Jess. What is Jess supposed to do? Nobody. There is nothing. And anybody making these comments, I'm totally convinced that they just have no idea about addiction, because you cannot force. You can't love them to get sober. They will do what they're gonna do, regardless of how you move.
I've tried loving her. I've tried begging her to get help. I've even done the tough love. Kim, when you are ready, I will come and pick you up and drive you to rehab. I will do what it takes. I will get you where you need to go. There was a time where she begged me for months that she wanted help, and I had to patiently wait for the day that she said, okay, it's time. And I went and got her, and I brought her, and that's when I started. But I couldn't watch her do what she was doing. I had to cut myself off because it was bringing me down. So when I see Jess on live, or I see her defending herself, it's not fair, because she's not doing anything wrong. She's the sister of an addict, and she's doing the best that she can with dealing not only with her sister as an addict, but with having to deal with it herself. And then the hate on top of it is just absolute. I can't believe how rude people can be to her. I'm mortified and disgusted, because Jess has been amazing to me throughout this entire process. And there's only maybe 2 or 3 people that knew who I was. Everybody was very good, and they kept my secret. They did not expose who I was, because they know that I was fighting cancer, and I was struggling, and I'm still fighting cancer. I literally had a biopsy on Monday, and I'm waiting for the results to come in. And at the same time, I'm getting messages that this person's just got scammed out of this much money, or this person did this. And it's heartbreaking to see, and it does need to stop. They took one account down, but she's got more. As Jess said, everybody needs to stop watching and stop posting.
I appreciate, everybody saying all the nice things about me in the chat, or even you ladies. I appreciate that, but I don't want to continue to do that, because this will turn into they're just kissing her butt fest again, and whatever. But and also, thank you for the gifts. I'm trying to make a dessert, and I had my phone on the counter just listening, so I apologize I wasn't seeing. I will be donating those as per usual. So thank you guys. It goes to Shatterproof. And there's a link in my bio if anybody wants to look at that. They basically have, trying to take the stigma away from mental health with substance abuse. So they, partner, they, believe that addicts also need mental health treatment. So it's a really great organization. So if anybody's interested in that, but that's where my gifts will be going as per usual.
Yeah, just as good. I wish people wouldn't do what they do, because I think that people truly just don't understand. They don't, like, not everybody, and it's hard for me to understand that too, right? Not everybody has experience with addiction, and people are placing these unrealistic expectations on Jess, who has no control over it. None.
We can't force them to go to rehab. We can't force them to go to a hospital and get help.
Right.
I mean, even if you get admitted against your will, there's a point where you could sign yourself out. I can't tell you how many times my sister's gone to a hospital. They've said, we're going to keep you. And she says, I want to go AMA. And she walks right out that door.
That's it.
Oh my God, thank you. I'm not sure who sent that. I've never seen that one, but thank you, my God.
I love that one. I gift that one. For everybody that's asking, Fight for Life is Kim Raya's sister. Kim Raya is the one who is Lisa's mod, and she's the one that does the payment apps. She puts the payment apps in her name. That's her sister. So it's Lisa's sister and Kim's sister.
Yes.
And for those who just came in, I have no idea where my dad is this weekend. It was not my turn to watch him. I have no idea if she's going anywhere. I don't know if she has a ticket. All I know is I have a bag packed for treatment if she's ready to go. With a full gas tank that I could drive her to the Greyhound station, no problem, but she hasn't called me. Jesus, what is that?
It's so cute.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. So